Alright, if you stumbled on this video and you are a first-time car modder and you have a Panther Platform like a Crown Victoria, Grand Marquis, or like I have a 2003 Lincoln Town Car, this episode is to help show you the do's and the don'ts as a beginner to installing door speakers. As mentioned before the bump, we're trying to help you avoid some pitfalls as a first-timer installing door speakers in your Panther Platform. And so I have a great example. This isn't a complete how-to because there have been plenty of other channels who beat me to the punch. So I will be mentioning some of the videos I actually relied on to get to the point where I'm at. But at the same time, it's like I just feel like we have a great circumstance because of the gift the previous owner left me. So let's go check it out, and I will explain more along the way. Okay, first off, to get to this point, to get the door panel off, I would recommend Andy's Auto, and I will leave the info card up in the left corner of the screen. He does a video on how to remove the door panel when he's trying to swap out this switch, the heated seats on, of course, I have the Lincoln Town Car just like him. The solution the previous owner did to wiring was they bought these fun crimp things, and they just looped wire around these prongs on the aftermarket speakers. And then they did at least heat shrink around the wire, which I guess helps. But basically, you know, every bump on the road is an opportunity to just do that number. And so these speakers cut in and out all the time, and so that's why we are into the door. So now, gotta give them credit. Like, you don't know what you don't know, right? Like, maybe those are the tools and the skills they had at their disposal. But what I'll tell you is on these cars specifically, it's not always the case on every vehicle. But let me show you how you could easily avoid this as a beginner and just how easy it is to not be in this situation. So yes, if you were like me and maybe your dad wasn't into cars, my dad was a great carpenter. We could have built anything we wanted to, but when I wanted to modify my car as a high schooler, you know, I was left to my own devices. And this was well before the YouTube days, so that's what this video is supposed to be about, is to help you understand just how easy it is. Don't get too worried and overwhelmed. Like, if you don't have a full soldering gun and all the stuff, you're kind of nervous about getting into electronics. So two big things. First off, go ahead and disconnect one of the battery terminals. The internet will wage war over which one you should. Honestly, I don't think it really makes that big of a difference as long as you safely don't let the ground anything. If you take that one off, I took the positive off. But when you're dealing with electronics, it's just always a good safeguard that you're not going to cause some trickle-down problem by accident. I once replaced a head unit without disconnecting a battery terminal, and it wound up blowing a fuse. So things like that. I think the stakes are pretty low here, but it's just always good practice. But anyway, if that's you, if you don't have a soldering iron, you don't have a full crimp set or whatever, this company named Red Wolf makes this, which is simply a factory receiver adapter. It would go into your factory clip here, and then they've already done the work for you, and they have the proper connections on the end, which is a little bit of a wider connector and a narrow connector, which corresponds with, on the back of a speaker, you always have a smaller prong, and then this would be the wider prong. So these simply just compression fit, slide over, and you plug this in. So, like, there's no reason on this style of car that we should be in the situation that we are. So previous owner bought these Scar brand, which I've never heard of that brand before, honestly. I looked them up. They look like they are at a similar price point, maybe slightly cheaper than what I'm going with, which is a set of Pioneer 6x8s. So again, another value brand. Pioneer, though, it has a long-standing reputation. I've used their product in the past and I'm very happy with it. Not the most high-end by any stretch, but a brand that's been around for decades upon decades and not busting the budget. Now, I don't suspect that the front speakers are necessarily bad by any means, but he did also have an amp that he removed, and I just want, you know, if I'm in this deep and one of those speakers is blown, like, I just assume spend this like $67 to have that peace of mind. So I will leave a basically Amazon affiliate link. Yes, I do get a little kickback if you buy any of these products after using the link, but for a set of these speakers, a set of the Red Wolf adapters, and some of the tools I've used along the way to help get the door panel off. But we'll get back at it, and we will get the car back to having 4 functional speakers again. But I hope that helped reassure some of you out there who are going to be doing this job for the first time. Again, sorry that it's not an actual how-to, but the competition there is pretty intense. So I wasn't going to make a better video than the next guy. So just wanted to get down to the nitty-gritty of it to just help you understand just how easy it will be, and you have nothing to worry about. To all my 6 fans out there, thanks for watching.